Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you in this very particular session. I am Pratapta, your host for the day, and I hope you guys are excited for this very particular webinar as I am. It's now time to introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. Vandana Chabra, working as an associate professor in the Department of Agronomy, lovely professional university. She has an experience of more than 20 years, including research and teaching. She has published more than 60 research papers, articles, book chapters, etc., and participated in many conferences and seminars. Her areas of expertise are crop production, climate change, crop modeling, nanotechnology, crop residue management, geoinformatics, and remote sensing. I would also like to welcome Dr. Tushwinder Preet Kaur, Professor at Mittal School of Business, Coordinator of Cell in Campus Walk-in Division of Admissions, lovely professional university. She is going to talk about eligibility, scholarship, fee structure, and infrastructure at lovely professional university. Now I will hand over the things to Dr. Vandana Chabra. But then I just want to let you guys know that if you have any questions that you want to ask to ma'am or to Shwinder ma'am, it will be, you can write it down in the chat section, or and also maybe you can see the button down there, question and answer section. You can ask the question and we will cover that up in the question and answer round. Okay, now I hand the things to Miss Vandana Chabra, so all over to you, ma'am.
So should I start now?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me share the screen so that we can start. Good morning, all of you. Very good morning and warm welcome to this webinar. And myself, Dr. Vanna, I would like to talk with you regarding weather aberrations, climate change, and crop productivity today. And I hope you will be aware about the changes which are happening all around and how these are affecting our crop production, productivity, and how the climate change is aggravating these problems. So we'll start with the introduction to like weather. What do you know about the weather? So as you are aware,
Ma'am,
yes,
so sorry to interrupt, but can you
okay,
please expand the
yes,
presentation that
yes,
you
yes,
have?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
now it's
perfect,
okay.
perfect, perfect, perfect.
So if we want to talk about weather, how do you know what the weather is and how it's different from the climate change or climate? So you are knowing like today is a sunny day. What you are expecting, like tomorrow it may be cloudy, some rainy day may be there, sometimes there is a fog, frost, and cloudiness in the atmosphere, sometimes clear weather is there, rain is there, thundering, lightning. So there are many changes which we are experiencing on day-to-day basis. So these changes which are happening on the daily basis or hourly basis, sometimes there is a change, minute to minute change in the conditions of the parameters, like temperature changes are there, humidity changes, or changes in the sunshine, changes in the wind speed, wind direction. So these changes are known as weather. So weather means the day-to-day variations. Variations in the different weather variables or the parameters. When we see the weather report through an app or in news or through media, you can see that this type of report is visible like sunny, today is a sunny day with 15-degree temperature, cloudy days with the 6-degree temperature, rainy day with 7-degree and so on. But how climate is different from the weather? Climate is the summation of weather condition for a longer period of time over a wider area. If we want to compare or we want to differentiate like weather and climate, weather is a short-term change over a smaller area. Means changes may be for minutes, for hours, for a day or 24 hours, 48 hours, even consider we. Like, but climate is a long-term change. Long-term change in the weather conditions over an area. And here the range is wide. Like we can take the wider area for a longer period of time, maybe for years, for decades, and for centuries also. So weather is the day-to-day changes and climate is the changes for the longer terms or longer years. If you see, there are two maps of the country visible to you. On the left side, one map is showing like sunshine somewhere. You can find here rainfall or raindrops are there somewhere. Thundering or lightning is visible. So these all things or symbols, these are showing the weather conditions at particular place on a day. This is the 25th of July, the report of a year, weather report of a year. This you have seen in the news. Newsreader are also telling like which are the weather conditions prevailing on the day. So here like 33 is written somewhere, 36 is written, 39, 27 like this. These are the temperature of that day, temperature conditions of that day at that time. But these conditions vary with the timing, like at evening, at night, the temperature values change, and the conditions of sun or rain or the like the the basis of the conditions prevailing here, this classification is given by Köppen. According to Köppen, country can be divided into different parts, like with the yellow color. This is the polar type of climate existing here. And that purple is the steppe climate. Then monsoon type of climate is there. AS with monsoon with dry season in summer. So India or our country is divided into different regions or different zones based on the climatic conditions. Means long-term conditions of this type are prevailing here. So you are now clear about like which is weather and which is climate. Means here we can distinguish between weather and climatic conditions. Climatic conditions prevail for the longer period of time on an area. We can know that India tropical climatic conditions. Climate Indian climate. In India, the predominant type is semi-arid tropic, and the desert which is present in the Rajasthan on the western part of the country and parts of Kutch areas which falls under Gujarat. These are under the arid climatic zones and occupy almost 10% area. And rest of the area of country which comes under the humid tropics in the northeastern region, and this region is the temperate climate. In this and Ladakh region comes under the special category of climate, means it is having the cold desert conditions. So in our country, there is a lot of variation in the climatic conditions. Some areas are very hot and humid. Some areas are hot and like dry areas, like in Gujarat, some parts of the like Maharashtra and Rajasthan. Some parts are cold and dry, like in Kashmir Valley. And cold desert conditions are also prevailing in like Ladakh areas and some in the country which is occurring in the northeastern region. So you have studied in your lower standard also. Now we are coming to the weather aberrations. What are weather aberrations? Weather aberrations means when we experience unfavorable weather conditions, which unfavorable is deviated from the normal conditions, which normally occurs or normally receive. That is known as the aberrant weather. And you also know that extreme weather events, these are increasing nowadays, like heat waves are there, cold waves, untimely rainfall, high intensity rainfall, low intensity rainfall, hailstorm somewhere. In the different parts of the country at this different time periods, we are experiencing the extreme weather conditions. All the extreme weather conditions are prevailing from the centuries or the decades, but nowadays their intensity has increased. We are saying commonly that in this season, more temperature increase is there, heat is more, or hot days are increasing, cold wave conditions are prevailing for the longer time. Sometimes we say that our winters have extended or summers have extended for the longer time. Rainfall in some areas of the countries, we are not receiving rainfall in the normal time period for the normal intensity. But in some areas, water logging problem is there, and high intensity rainfall is received for a short period of time, and there are chances of flooding or the like damage to property and the human life or animals lives. Hailstorm is also a big problem in some of the areas like in Punjab, Haryana, Delhi. We are facing these kind of condition during February and March months due to the western disturbances. So which kind of weather variations are there which are affecting the agriculture sectors or the different entrepreneurs related to agriculture? Agriculture, you know that in agriculture everything is there, like agriculture like management of crops or cultivation of crops which are cereal crops, pulses, mustard like oilseed crops are there, fodder crops are there, some fiber crops are there. Then horticultural crops. Horticulture includes the cultivation of vegetables, cultivation of fruits, cultivation of flowers. This is also affected from the weather aberrations or the extreme weather events. Then livestock like dairy, poultry, duckery, other kind of animals also, all is affected by these extreme events. And then poultry or fisheries also. In some parts of India, fishery is very prevalent. The farmers are working on the fish rearing, fish cultivation, etc. So in this case, this area is affected too much by the extreme weather conditions. And among these extreme weather conditions, drought is there, cyclones, floods, heat waves, hailstorm, sea water inundation. So these all are affecting our agriculture or different components of agriculture. Now, if we discuss one by one, so what is drought? Drought is a prolonged dry period in the natural climate cycle that can occur anywhere in the world. And this is a disaster which is characterized by the lack of precipitation, resulting in water shortage. There are different kinds of drought also. Like one drought, we say it as the meteorological drought. Meteorological drought means when there is a deficiency of rainfall. We are not getting the expected rainfall. We are not getting the expected rainfall or normal rainfall. Rainfall is less than the expectation, less than the normal quantity or the amount. Second is the hydrological drought. Hydrological drought means whenever there is less rainfall, our rivers, our canals, our water bodies, maybe the ponds, these dry up. So that's why we are not getting, there is shortage of water in all the river or all the water bodies. So in this case, our life is affected badly or adversely. Then another kind of a drought, we can say agriculture drought. Whenever there is meteorological drought, it can affect the water bodies and ultimately irrigation. If the area is irrigated, then in that case also there is less water resources available for irrigation. If the area is rain-fed, like it is dependent totally upon the rain for providing the water to the crops, then also it is affected. So agriculture drought is a very like worst thing because we will not get the food to eat, we will have less water, even the livestock is not getting the proper food and water to drink. So droughts can have a serious impact on the other sector like human health, agriculture, economies, energy, and the environment. And this can also cause the loss to habitats and loss of biodiversity. Soil erosion is also caused due to the drought because the soil become dry and it is very much feasible to be eroded, and an increased risk of wildfires. Whenever there is a dry atmosphere, there are chances of fires. So these all are affecting our agriculture. like there were times when summer thunderstorm produced. There are examples like which are prevailing. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Ma'am,
Okay.
you are audible.
So drought can create the significant economic and social. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
There
Yeah.
is
Yes, ma'am, you're
some
audible.
disturbance.
Yes,
Should I
ma'am.
continue?
Yes, yes, please continue. Are you still
So
sharing this?
lack of rain can cause. Uh,
Actually, there is some issue.
the internet connection and again.
Yeah, yeah, there is some connection issues. Are you
Yes.
sharing the screen?
So, yes, yes, I am sharing the screen. It's
Yes.
not visible?
It is not visible. Maybe it is my internet. Can you reshare the screen?
Okay. So should I share it again? Okay, just a minute.
Let's just hold on a minute. There is some issue in the internet, but then like,
That issue is there. Please rectify it.
yeah. Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
visible? Okay. So I'm continuing with this. So lack of rainfall can cause the losses in crops. There is a decrease in
At times, right?
land in
Yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah, ma'am. You can proceed. It is visible. Ma'am,
Hello.
it is visible. You can proceed. Ma'am, you can proceed.
Okay.
Yes.
And as the water levels in the rivers or lakes fall, the water. Yes, I am proceeding. I am continuing with the presentation. Am I
Yes, please
audible
go
and
ahead.
visible to you?
Yes, yes, yes. You're
Hello?
audible. Perfect. Yes, ma'am. You're
Okay.
audible. Your screen is visible.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
proceed. Yes.
Okay. And the social problems also rises due to the lack of water, lack of food. The fights increased among the people for the proper resources. Like these problems can cause the health related issues due to the other problems include the conflicts over the water to the other areas where the water deficiency is not existing. And there is a case like increased drought conditions in Kenya have been attributed to deforestation and other human activities. You know that trees are vegetation that help in bringing precipitation into the ground and prevent soil erosion. And we should not cut the trees because also to feed the nation. In 2013, NASA predicted that worldwide warming of temperature will increase the rainfall in some parts of the world and there will be decrease simultaneously in other regions. So this may lead to the flooding in some areas or droughts in the other areas of the world. So how the plants are most of the times plants are adapted to the weather conditions or climatic conditions of those areas. Certain plants, these are adapted so that they can withstand long periods of water deficiency, like cactus, you are knowing very well. Cactus are growing in the Rajasthan area or in the desert conditions because these cacti have spiny, hairy spines or spikes or the modified leaves that limit how much water they can evaporate. Evaporation rate or the transpiration rate is reduced, like withstand complete dehydration. If there is no water, even they can survive. Juniper trees, they can self-prune themselves and steer the water towards the branches required for survival. So the plants are adapted to the conditions of drought. Other plants only grow when there is enough water to support them. In periods of drought, you also know that the seeds become dormant under the dry conditions. And whenever these get the favorable conditions again, these start growing. The next calamity or the like cyclones. Cyclones are what these are the rapidly rotating storm systems in the northern hemisphere around a low pressure area because at the center the pressure is very low pressure. We are talking about the atmospheric pressure here. Generally, the cyclones are slow moving, but whenever there is a severe cyclone, the wind speed may vary from 120 to 320 kilometers. There are different categories of cyclones. Sometimes we receive the severe cyclones, very severe cyclones, etc. The damages will be more if the severe the category is like 3, 4, 5, and 6. According to the category of the cyclones, damages are increased. And cyclones, the main characteristics of the cyclone is that cyclones always develop in the oceans, but they can cause landfall in the joining area, in the coastal areas, this damage is more. And the cyclones which occur frequently in India, on an average, our country receive 9 times a year. The cyclones are almost 9 cyclones we receive in a year. The most affected regions from the cyclone are southern region, eastern region, and western region of the country during the summer season. Typical cyclone season is the summer season. In the months like May to June, and sometime after that, like after June or monsoon season, in October to November months, we receive the storms or cyclone. And the most severe cyclone to make landfall in India in the past year was Biparjoy. If you have heard during 23 on 11th June, it had a wind speed of 180 kilometer per hour, and it caused landfall in the areas of Gujarat. And this the diameter of this cyclone was 117 kilometers at that time. And according to the internationally accepted, there is a classification given by Safin and Simpson. The category of this cyclone was a 3. You can see which scale, like Biparjoy in India 2023, it affected the coastal regions of Gujarat and trees were uprooted. There are other damages also. The Saffir-Simpson Hurricane scale or the storm scale, see there are different categories from 1 to 5, and the wind speed is miles per hour, kilometer per hour, and the damages related to that. In this case, the cyclone Biparjoy, the wind speed was more than like 79 kilometer per hour. So devastating damage was there due to this cyclone. This Beaufort scale was speeds. This is the which kind of like speed of wind we say it as a strong winds or storm or gale or gust, etc. If there are calm condition means when the wind speed is less than 2 km per hour, the conditions are calm. Then light air, light breeze. There are different categories. Violent storm. Then violent storm, in case of this, the wind speed may rise from 103 to 117 kilometer per hour. According to the wind speed, there are different kinds of devastation or damages which occur to the human beings, properties, or plants or animals, etc. There was one cyclone, Mechang cyclone, which affected the Andhra Pradesh region, some parts or some districts of Andhra Pradesh, and there was loss to the crops up to 6 lakh hectare, 6 lakh acre of area was damaged due to the cyclone Mechang. And this is the news given per like Times of India. Then there was a cyclone which you can see she's harvesting the soybean crop, and soybean crop was fully like damaged due to the cyclone Mechang in the Pune district. So cyclones are very much damaging for the crops. Next calamity or the disaster is floods. How the floods occur or the high intensity rainfall, sometime drainage congestion in the areas, erosion of the river banks, heavy sedimentation in the rivers due to the soil load or the garbage load in the catchment area. These can cause the flooding in the river sides or the rivers. And cyclones, cyclonic circulation, and cloud burst. These cause the flash floods and lead to the huge losses. Flash floods. What are the flash floods? Flash floods, these are caused by the heavy or excessive, whenever there is excessive rainfall in a short period of time, generally between like 0 to 6 hours or less than 6 hours. So this is known as the flash floods. In 2020, 22, there were floods in the Assam, and heavy flooding in Assam occurred in the May month. Every inch there was a newspaper cutting, like every inch underwater. Flood submerged the South Assam area. So it is very devastating disaster. So India is highly vulnerable, means it is prone to the floods. Out of the total geographical area of India, that is 329 million hectares, more than 40 million hectares is the flood prone area. And flood is the recurrent phenomena, means it is not a rare thing, it is a frequent thing which can cause huge losses of lives and damage to the livelihood systems, infrastructure, property, public utilities, etc. And flood related issues or damages are increasing day by day. We can find the increasing trend of this. Average annual flood damage in the last 10 years, means 1996 to 2005. This damage was 4745 crores as compared to the damage which occurred during the last 53 years. This can urbanization, growing developmental activities in the floodplains coupled with the global warming. So this is the effect we can see of global warming and climate change. All the weather events become extreme due to the changes in climate. So there are some videos I would like to show, just a minute. If, but I think there is some issues. Just give me a minute. If the internet is working. So it's not working at present. So if I get the chance again, I'll show you this. Can say weather disaster is the high temperature or the heat waves which blow during the summer season. Agriculture. Whenever there are heat waves blow in the country, there is increase
Vandana ma'am, are you there? Tushvinda ma'am, if you can hear.
Yes, Madam Pratipta, you are completely audible.
Tushvinda ma'am, are you there in the meet?
Yes, I am, ma'am. Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, you're perfectly audible and visible. I think there were some issues in Vandana ma'am's, I think, the presentation, right? So we will proceed further with your particular presentation, your insights that you have for Lovely Professional University, right? So I'll hand over the screen to you and you can go ahead with your presentation, ma'am.
Definitely. Is my screen visible, Madam Pratipta?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. I would, you can expand your screen, ma'am. Yes,
All
perfect,
right.
perfect.
A very good morning to each one of you. Hope you all are fine and safe. So I, Tushinderpreet Kaur, will be giving you the insights towards the accreditations and approvals, what extracurricular activities we have, what star placements we are having, and last but not the least, I'll tell you the different dates which you can opt for to register your exam and what all eligibility and scholarship criteria is. So by not taking much time, let's have a look into the accreditations and the approvals. Our university, the lovely professional university, receives the highest NAC A++ grade, proudly sharing that with 3.68 score on 4-point scale, which is the highest score in first cycle of accreditation among all the government and the private universities. You can well imagine the level of academics as well as the industrial tie-ups as well as the research which university initiates, and the outcome is in regards of the accreditations. Further, moving ahead with the accreditations and the approvals, apart from NAC, we have ACBSP, we have UGC recommendations, we have UGC for the Distance Education Board, for NCTE as well, then Council of Architecture, PCI, BCI, and for the town planners, Indian Association of Physiotherapists, Punjab State Council for Agriculture Education. The list is long. This is just a few glimpses. You can think upon that what all programs we are having, and these all are the approvals and the memberships which lovely professional university is having. Now, initiating with the star placements, I'm pretty sure you are might be having this kind of orientation that what kind of placements the university assists with. The record package the record breaking package of 3 crores. Our student graduated with 3 crores and he's deputed in Germany. In addition to this, the university students have received the package of 64 lakh, 50 lakh. The list is long, just showing you a few glimpses of our students. Continuing with the same point, Palo Alto, Google, Amazon, the brands, as well as the students with the wide variety of packages have been showcased for your orientation. So I'm saying the list is long. Whatever I can cover into these slides, we have inbuilt that. The grant package of 49.4 by Mr. Sanjay Gandhi for 48 lakhs. The students have received this much 1 crore plus packages. Our alumni, they have been working with the big brands, Google, Yahoo, Apple, Amazon, then Bank of America, Dell, GM. You think of a brand, we have our alumni in that brand. Now, initiating with the ranks, the university has been ranked second by World University with Real Impact ranking. The university has secured global band of 101 to 200 universities. Basically, this is top IVY league universities like MIT, Harvard University, Oxford, Cambridge. They were among the participating universities. But our university has been ranked by World University with Real Impact. In addition to this, if I talk about the ranking, we have been ranked third by Atal ranking of institutions on innovation as well as the achievements. Now, initiating with the sports, our university students has created the history. They have not made us famous, but the whole country proud by participating, not only the participating, but various medals, gold, silver, and bronze in Tokyo Olympics 2020. So our students also participated, and they have the National Sports Award in Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Sports Trophy 2023. We are the first ever private university to clinch this title since its inception in 1956. So proudly sharing the information. And this award was given to us by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. So you can visualize Neeraj Chopra. He's not only made us proud, but the whole country proud. Abhishek also got gold medal in archery. Rajat Preeti, silver medal. Lovlina, by again the silver medal. Preeti, bronze medal. So these are just a few glimpses just to showcase that what kind of sports and the other activities we are having. So you can have a view, the sports. Now going ahead with the other exposure which our student gets. University proudly hosted 106th Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, where he renamed the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, and he renamed as Jai Anusandhan. So prioritizing the research which is inculcated into the university. You can have a glimpse. He is none other than the Nobel laureate for peace and the great spiritual leader of Tibet. He's Dalai Lama ji. He graced the convocation at LPU. In this glimpse, you can see the two presidents of Asia's great nation. They also graced the occasion for the convocation. He is none other than our Union Finance Corporate Minister, late Shri Arun Jaitley ji, who inaugurated the startup school in lovely professional university. He interacted with the students and enlightened them to initiate with the startups at a very right age. So you can have a glimpse. He's Mr. Shri Venkaiah Naidu. He also graced the convocation to share his opinions and graced us at the occasion of convocation. He's Shri Gopal Gaur Das ji. He also interacted with the students and told them how the ways to lead a happy life. So apart from the great leaders, we also have the history that the celebrities also visit us. The glimpse of Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika Padukone. They also interacted with the student. Then Captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He also visited and interacted with the students and told them to initiate with the sports as not as a main, but at least to initiate with the sports on the routine basis. So you can see the celebrities visited the university: Ranbir Kapoor, Akshay Kumar. The university also received the Guinness Book of World Record, as we had the performance, the top performance in Bhangra. Maximum students performed in Bhangra. So we received the accolades for Guinness Book of World Record. Now, apart from this, I'll take you to the infrastructure which university is having. So I'm pretty sure you will definitely go deep insights into it. So this is the big amphitheater. University basically has 3 amphitheaters where Nukkar Natak, short scripts, short skits, they are performed. So this is the amphitheater for performing the Nukkad Nataks and the basic small events. This is a glimpse of Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium with a seating capacity of 2,500 people, and which is used to organize the workshops, the conferences of national and international repute. So this is the infrastructure. We have iMac lab where students, they perform their assignments, their tasks, lab facilities we are being providing them. In addition to this, this is the library, the academic resource. The university has 9-storied library building with more than 20 lakh books, the online softwares. So if you have any idea of research thought, you have the idea, we have the solution for you. This is the Uni Mall, which is run by the students. They are running the shops, and we are promoting their entrepreneurial bent of mind. I'll take you inside that Uni Mall, so you can see the stories are there. Different shops are there, from basic pin to the clothing. You will get every single assistance within this mall. And the basic USP of this mall is that this mall is run by our own students. So see the entrepreneurial bent of mind of those students. So grocery stores are also available. There is no need to go out. We have gym as well for the physical freak students. And to bring you out of the monotony, we have a bowling alley. Then we worry about your health. We have a uni hospital where we take care for your healthcare facilities. This is the hospital with your, you want to get your eyesight checked, or we have a bed facilities, God forbidden, if you need it, we have the solution for you. So this is the auditorium, Uni Mall, where big events, they occur, like the convocations and the other related events also occur over there. So this is the day view of lovely professional university. This is the lush green gardens, which you can see. This is the wider view, the aerial view of your the university. So this is towards when you enter the gate. On the left-hand side, you will find the lush green gardens. Definitely, once you will visit and you will recall whatever I have shown you, you will recall all the gardens and the infrastructure which university is having. This is the night view of the university. Inside, we have Shanti Devi Mittal Indoor Stadium. This is the swimming pool. We have 3 swimming pools, wherein students be basic as well as the advanced swimming pools, which is of Olympic size. Shooting range is there. Then badminton courts are there, basketball courts. There's tennis range is there. So Shanti Devi Mittal Indoor Stadium is there. Now I'll take you to the website where you will be getting the insights regarding what are the program details and how you can proceed. Madam Pratipta, can you please show me that whether my web page is visible to you or not?
Your slide is still running, ma'am. Let's go live.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll share my screen again,
yes,
so that students are able to have a look. Now, Madam Pratipta, I just want to highlight, I have landed up to the website. It's lpu.in. So students need to log in. They'll select the program. As Madam Vandana was very clearly mentioning regarding the agriculture. So I'll take them to the page of agriculture, and wherein they'll have a look what all eligibility conditions are there, what is the fee, and how they can crack maximum benefit. So please, candidates, be very careful while listening to this information. I'm sure you will note down and will listen and will follow the instructions as guided. So moving ahead with the eligibility for the agriculture, BSc Honors Agriculture, which is a 4 years program. It is 60% plus universities exam, LPU NEST, that is Lovely Professional University National Entrance and Scholarship Test. Basically, this is a step test which serves 2 purposes. One is the eligibility as well as the scholarship. So this test can be done on the basis of online proctored exam, or can be go ahead with the test centers as well. So I'll share the dates as well. Further, I'll proceed with students can also have a look of all curriculum which will be taught to them, so they can have a mindset what orientation they will be having in the program. If I talk about the fee structure, it is 1,20,000 per semester without scholarship. But university acknowledges the hard effort of the students, and we float the scholarship. So there are three slabs: 30%, 35%, and 40%. It depends upon what score you are getting in university's exam or in 12th, because now they are at the verge of completion of their +2. Their exams are due, but as of now they don't have any result in their hand, so we cannot commit anything. But yes, by timely appearing in university's exam, they can fix their scholarship. So continuing with, we have the international exposure option. We have the semester exchange. One semester they can go abroad and they can visualize that what is the orientation and what kind of academic inputs are provided abroad. So we have the different scholarships. It is on the basis of previous percentage, on the basis of university exam. Then as of now, we have for JEE mains or NEET. But yes, one best scholarship will be provided. Now, by scrolling more, I just want to tell them the important dates. My dear aspirants, either you note it down or you click a screenshot for this. This is very, very, very important, because if you miss to apply, then you will be not the part of that schedule. So outrightly, schedule 2 is over. You are now, you can apply for schedule 2. The registration has already started. The last date to book LPU exam is also mentioned, but I advise you not to go ahead with the last date. Plan your exam at the earliest. So entrance dates are there from 26th March to 10th of April. The result would be announced on 15th of April, and then online seat counseling and online counseling and seat allocation would also be there. So different rounds are there. So don't miss any round. You need to be carefully following all the details which are mentioned. So on this page, I talked about the eligibility, I talked about the fee structure, I talked about what dates need to be followed. And yes, if everything is fine and you want to apply simultaneously, you can see on the right side, apply now, tab is applicable. You click, you need to register, and then you can also be the part of that particular credentials, and you will be able to apply the university exam. So before I conclude, I just want to highlight, suppose if you have anything into your mind which you are not able to ask, or you skip something and you still have something into your mind, you can reach to us. We are available on live video counseling. You can schedule a call. We will be available. You can WhatsApp your query. We will be responding to you. We are available on live video counseling, like one-to-one interaction would be there. Then 360-degree view, I'll definitely endorse you to go ahead with the 360-degree view. Then if you want to meet our counselors, you can find out LPU in your town. Your details would be there, by what date they will be there. So you can go and meet them. Then you can share your feedback as well. But never ever keep your problems, your troubles, your questions, your queries into your mind. You have a query, we have a solution. It is over from my side, Madam Pratipta. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for such an insightful presentation. I hope the attendees got to know a lot about Lovely Professional University, but we have also received certain questions. And I would also want to thank Dr. Vandana Chabra for her presentation. We got to learn a lot about weather, climate, cyclones, so much about nature that we also did not know about. Now, there are some questions asked by our attendees, and I would like to ask those certain questions to you guys, right? So I think this question is for Tushvinder ma'am. So since we are talking about BSc Agriculture, so one attendee is asking that, is there any management quota for BSc Agriculture?
We are very fair in these, whatever seats are there, those will be fulfilled. No such management quota. That is why we always advise the candidates to book to be in that path on the very right time. That is why I outrightly highlighted the different schedules. That third schedule they are open into, so they should book the test. Because of no management quota, they should not leave the chance of being the part of university. So again, one line conclusion, No quota. We are very transparent. Fee is the same. It depends upon your capability, how you perform in your +2 exams and how you perform in your university exams. Your scholarship would be decided accordingly. But it's better to scroll and then book your exam well on time. So no management.
Well, I hope that answers your question. Another question that we have got, I think this question falls for Dr. Vandana ma'am. So the question is like, what is the scope after doing agriculture?
Yes, beta. The scope of agriculture is very wide. If you do the graduation in like agriculture, you can go for higher study like MSc in agriculture, then you can go for PhD, and you can also compete for the exams like the JRF, Junior Research Fellow, Senior Research Scientist, Agriculture Research Scientist. There is exam which is taken by ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. By clearing that exam, by qualifying that exam, you can be directly recruited as a agriculture scientist in the various research institutes all over the India. And moreover, there are technical positions related to that. After doing graduation, and post graduation there are technical assistant post, technical officer post in the ICR Institute, State Agriculture University. You can also go for the post of senior research fellow, research associates, and field officers. Even the field officers are appointed in the banks, private and the public sector banks are there. Agriculture field officer, agriculture block officers are there, district officers are there. So there are many opportunities you can grab. And moreover, private firms are there. You can be placed in those. So is there any other query? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're perfectly audible. There is
Yes.
some
You
internet
got my
issue.
answer?
Yes, yes. Well, I hope that answers your question. Uh, we have another question for the day, and this is the last question that we are taking. And for those of you all who are asking a lot of questions about scholarship and how to apply for admission in BSc Agriculture, Tushvinder ma'am has already covered that up. So you can check the recording and you can go to the website that she has mentioned. Okay. Now we are going to take the last question of the day. So the question is for Dr. Vandana ma'am again. So the question is, what are the benefits of studying agriculture in LPU as compared to other universities?
We have a large facilities as the ma'am, Tushinder ma'am has told. A good infrastructure, a good staff like, and to help you maybe in admission cell, maybe in the HR or other departments. Even in School of Agriculture, we are having faculties of different domains, different disciplines. They are specialized in the various subject of agriculture. It's a large school. You can visit that school. We are having a large area, field area, and the students can perform the experiment, research experiments in the field and the experiments in the horticultural crops. Even we are having a dairy farm, agromet observatory. Students can visit the area and they will understand themselves that what are the facilities we are giving here as compared to the other agriculture universities or the colleges. They should try to visit the place, and I think there will be no doubt in your mind after that.
Well, I hope after visiting your, a lot of your answers will be answered, questions will be answered. So now we are coming to the end of the session. Dr. Vandana ma'am, I would want to say that your years of research, your depth of understanding the topic, and your ability to present the topic in such an interesting way, I hope this led the attendees having one of the most wonderful session. Similarly, Dr. Tushvinder ma'am, your insightful presentation, I hope this helped the attendees make a better decision regarding their admissions. I am obliged, and once again thank you to both of you. I would also want to thank both of you on behalf of our all the attendees, and thank you for our attendees also for joining this session. I hope you will have a wonderful